Hello, everyone. I'm going to start off with a fun scientific fact. Do you know that atoms are 99% space? And if we took all the space out of all the atoms of all the people on the planet, the entire global population could fit inside of my thumb. So look, when we think about the wonders and mystery of this vast universe out there, when we see those stars at night in the Milky Way, the vastness of it all, we have to look no further than right here. The fact that we exist, we are the greatest wonder of this universe. Hi, I'm Brian Jones, and I'm so glad to be with you today. I'm a trainer in Heartfulness meditation, and this is my first live show with Heartfulness. So I'm really excited to be here with all of you, and thank you for taking time to be here today. So this being the first episode, I thought some introductions and some little bit of info about myself would be useful. So look, I've been meditating since I was 12. And I'm not going to share the whole story, at least not in this episode, but I started when I was 12, and I really, really had a keen interest in it. I guess maybe perhaps you could say I was an intense spiritual seeker at an early age. And I had profound spiritual experiences. I had a real enlightenment experience by the time I was 15. It was incredibly profound. And by the time I was 18, that's when I found out about this path that I've been doing now for over 45 years, called Heartfulness. And so it's been an incredible, lifelong journey spanning many continents, a lot of travels. I've spent time with some real, genuine spiritual gurus and spiritual masters. And it's been a great adventure. And so, look, I'm not a guru. I'm not, making any big claims or anything like that. I call myself an experience sharer. Okay, so think of me as an experience sharer, and I'm going to share with you over these coming Thursdays my personal experiences of the spiritual journey, of meditation, of spirituality, of life, things I've learned, and mostly things that I have had to unlearn, because that's really the bigger part of it. So look, just as we are this great wonder just for existing, okay, daily, every day, we tend to sabotage ourselves, okay? We're this amazing creation. And yet we are so not at peace with ourselves. And why is that? Well, one reason is that we live in a world of relationships. So let's talk about that. Look, our relationships are the most important things for us in our life. Our relationships with our family, with our friends, and with those who we really love. But there are a lot of other types of relationships. We're in relationship with things, all the things around us. We're in relationship with our clothes. We're in relationship with how we appear, how we look to others. We're in relationship with our car. We're in relationship with this. We're really in relationship with this. And I am too. So, it gets more subtle. But look, it's even more complicated than that. Our thoughts are in relationship with each other, right? We've got these two different identities going on inside. Imagine like this. We get a great idea, something that pops in our head, feel really inspired, or maybe one of our loved ones inspires us about something we'd like to change in our life or take up in our life. And we feel so good in that moment. Oh, wow, this is such a great thing for me. But what inevitably happens? We have this other relationship going on in our head. This other voice pops in and says, oh, look, that's ridiculous. You don't have the knowledge. You could never do that. You don't have the skill. You don't have the money. You're not going to be able to do that. And that other voice completely deflates the enthusiasm in our heart that we might have had for an opportunity for ourselves, right? So here we are, the great wonder of the universe, that we're here, we exist to live an incredible life, and yet continually we're plagued with self-doubt, with worry, with fears, with anxiety. And we worry for ourselves, and we worry for the other relationships and the other people who we love. So we're facing this conundrum. We're facing a real conundrum in our life. And what's the solution? Is there a solution? Well, from my own experience, what I've learned is that when we use a tool like meditation, something really profound becomes available to us. And it's something that's always there with us. A profound sense of oneness, a profound sense of unity within ourselves, a profound sense of connection, and most importantly, there's a profound sense of presence that we can feel inside ourselves. And that feels so amazing. Now, when we first think about taking up something like meditation, okay, we sit down, we find our comfortable spot, we close our eyes, ready to have an amazing experience. And what happens? We get millions of thoughts. It's crazy going on. What's going on? Our mind won't shut off. It doesn't stop. This is what happens. Why does that happen every time we sit down and just try and have some alone time? Well, here's the reason. We have actually trained our mind to believe that all this hyperactivity is its natural state. So our mind does not like it when we try and settle down and be calm. The mind rebels. It's like, wait a minute, this isn't good. I got to stay in my comfortable space. I've got to keep thinking. So this is what happens when we start to meditate. The mind rebels. And if we try to use force to settle our mind, the mind rebels even more. It's like that, the principle of, every action has an equal opposite reaction. So clearly, we can't use concentration to force our mind to be still. That's not going to work. So here's what I've learned. Meditation is a diversion tactic. It's a diversion tactic. What we do, especially in heartfulness, is we sit comfortably and we very gently divert our attention out of our head where all the stuff is going on. Let's get our awareness out of our head, and we let it very gently drop down and rest on the heart. Now, thoughts start to come back. they start to grab our attention again. And very soon we find that we're thinking about, what somebody said to me at work today, or what I have to do before I get home from work, or an errand I have to run. Any little thought will try and get our attention. Don't worry. That's okay. Again, we divert. We just very gently, when we realize this, we very gently come back to the heart. Get out of my head. I'm resting my attention now here on the heart. Thoughts come again. That's okay. I keep coming back to the heart very gently. And the more gently you do this, the more effective it is. Now, here's an amazing thing that happens, is that our thoughts start to run out because we're not paying attention to them. Okay, we're taking the power out of our thoughts because we're not fueling them with our attention. Because the mind has an interesting characteristic. And look, we never stop to really notice this. But let's say we're having our normal, stream of thought going round and round and round. Maybe we're driving in our car. Maybe we're driving home from work. And we're just thinking. And all of a sudden, one thought pops out and gets our attention. And that might be, oh, I need to stop somewhere and pick up milk before I get home. Poof. That thought gets magnified and now takes up all of our mental space. And now what are we thinking about? We're thinking about, where am I going to be able to stop? Is there going to be a lot of traffic? Which route should I take? Will I have enough time? Will I be able to get home in time? Yeah, this is what we start processing until we're satisfied that we've reached some conclusion. And then that thought recedes back to our normal train of thought again, until the next one catches our attention. And when we pay attention to any thought, we give power to it and it expands. And that becomes our predominant thought, occupying our entire thought space. So look, we've been doing this for our whole life. This is the process. Okay, this is how our mind has been working. And now, imagine, we're going to do something different. We're going to utilize the tool of meditation, and we're going to begin to retrain our mind. We're going to use the mind to retrain itself back to its original simplicity. Yes, back to its original simple state. And in a way, this means that we're going to transcend all the relationships that are going on in our head. And when we sit quietly and meditate in heartfulness, we let our awareness rest on the heart. A beautiful thing happens. The mind starts to settle. It may take 5 minutes. It may take 10 minutes. It may even take 15 minutes the first time or the second time. That's okay. Just be patient. Suddenly, you'll experience a very distinctive shift, as though we've dropped down into a lower gear and the mind becomes quieter. And it's very pronounced. Now we're starting to enter what we call the meditative state. And we can drop down again. And now we're going into yet a deeper meditative state. And in heartfulness, it's very simple to reach such a deep meditative state, especially when you're sitting with a trainer, when you're sitting with a group, that we lose all awareness of ourselves. Sometimes we think we're sleeping, but we're not sleeping. We're entering what's called a state of samadhi, or deep meditation. And, it's very often people can enter this deep state of meditation even in their first sitting with a group or trainer. And this is an amazing feeling, because now we've transcended our thought stream and we've gone into the realm of the heart. So here's the way it works. Our mind thinks in pieces and parts. Okay, our mind is a time-based machine, and it thinks in a thought stream in time. But our heart, no, our heart doesn't work like that at all. Our heart doesn't work in the field of time. Our heart feels. Mind thinks, and the heart feels. When we feel love, we feel compassion. Sometimes when we see somebody who's in trouble, we'll even say, oh, my heart really goes out to that person. We feel it. And that feeling in that moment is only one thing. The feeling is only one thing. And so imagine now we're using the ability of the mind, right? To, when we put our attention on one thing, it expands it. So we're going to use that ability of the mind to put our attention and let it rest on the heart. And what's going to happen? It's going to magnify that one thing. It's going to magnify the unity that's natural to the heart. It'll magnify these feelings. And, what are the feelings of the heart? Well, in spirituality, we very often refer to the heart as the place of love. No one's ever gotten a Valentine's Day card with a picture of a brain on it, right? The heart is the seat of love, of compassion. The heart is the seat of intuition. It's the seat of our conscience. Now, why will I say that the heart is a seat of intuition? Well, look, anytime we're facing a major life decision, what do? We get together again with our relationships, with a family member or a loved one, someone we trust, our dear friend. We go, let's go have coffee. I got to ask you about something. And what happens? We go through and we tell them all about, this big decision I have to make in life. I don't know what to do. And ultimately, what does everyone say? They say, well, you've got to follow your heart. What? Yeah, I've got to follow my heart. But this is one great mystery, okay? And the mystery is, how do I follow my heart? It's not easy. And the reason it's not easy is because our mind is continually interpreting the feelings of our heart and creating all sorts of confusion for ourselves. So we are not able to really get the clear communication with our conscience. So this is another benefit of heartfulness meditation, is that we have a tool, something called cleaning, and we're able to clear away all of the impressions that we accumulate in our day-to-day life that tend to settle on our heart. And you can think of these things as influences. We're influenced by our environment. We're influenced by everyone at the workplace, everyone at school, all of our friends. Everything is an influence on us every single day. So in heartfulness, we have a way to sit comfortably at the end of the day and to get rid of all of these influences from the day and get back to that centered, peaceful place in the heart. That is the true self. It's my true self. And when I can get into that peaceful place, and when I can learn to abide there and rest there for some time, we're really being in touch with our authentic self. And the thing that happens is that even in all of our relationships, we're suddenly very centered. We're suddenly able to interact with people and to see that same inner self in everyone else as well. And it's the same self. And this is why I always say that meditation is not just something we do for our own self. Meditation is something we do for each other. Meditation is something that we do for the world. Because the only way that we can generate a peaceful space for this planet is to find it within ourselves first. And so meditation is first an individual process, but the bigger picture of it is meditation is a we. You know, on my website, I always write on the first page, you'll see enlightenment is a we. It's all about us. And it's all about our individual responsibility to, take action, to find peace of mind so that the whole world will eventually have peace of mind. So look, this is, been an amazing learning experience and unlearning experience for me over the course of my life. And I'm very passionate about sharing it with people. And I've been a writer on a platform called Quora. Maybe some of you have heard of that. And that has opened up, doors for me to interact with many thousands of people from around the world. And I have sessions where we meditate together from people from 20, 30 different countries, from every walk of life. And we meditate together like we're going to do here shortly. And everyone experiences an amazing sense of unity. Because when we go inside and we transcend this idea of other than I, which is the basis of relationships, something other than I, when we transcend that, we can all experience the same inner field. We can call it a field of love. We feel that. We experience it, and we merge ourselves into that. And at the end of the meditation, and I'm going to be doing this with all of you today, at the end of the meditation, we come out of it slowly, and we make a conscious thought that this amazing sense of unity that we all feel is going to carry over through our daily life. Okay, so I would like us all to meditate together. And I hope that you have the time to sit with me for about, and I'll keep it a little shorter today. We're going to sit together for about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. And look, if you've only got 5 minutes, it's okay. Sit for 5 minutes. But I have an ask. And my ask is this. I would like you to keep coming here every Thursday and meditate together. Because it takes a few sessions before you're able to really settle in and get the fullness of this experience. And we can do that when we sit together. So that's my ask. If you only have 5 minutes now, just sit for 5 minutes. If you can sit for the full 15, 20 minutes, great. So here's how this is going to work. We're going to close our eyes, and I'm going to guide you into the meditation, which is going to be so simple. Then we'll sit silently for 15 minutes. And during that time, I would like you to just be open to receive. Just be open to receive. Let's not have any expectations. Let's just be comfortable, quiet, and peaceful, and be open. At the end of the session, you will hear me clearly say, That's all. And I'll gently bring us out of the meditation. So I will, after that, I'm going to take some questions too. So if you're all ready, let's get started and let's find that unity in the heart. So please sit comfortably. So I would like to start by taking a slow, deep breath in. Let it go. And feel your body is relaxing a little bit. Another slow, deep breath in. And let it go. We'll do a short relaxation. Bring your awareness to your feet and wiggle your toes if you need to. Let's have the thought that there's a gentle healing current that's just flowing up from Mother Earth into our feet and our ankles, our calves and knees, relaxing our legs. Now this healing current is flowing up into your thighs and hips. You can feel any tension is leaving as your muscles soften and deeply relax. Let's take another slow, deep breath in and let it go. Relax your stomach and waist. This healing energy is moving up through our back, releasing all the tension in our back and upper back and shoulders. Let your shoulders drop down. And let this healing current move down through our arms, forearms, our palms and fingers. Feel your body relax. Now your neck muscles are relaxing and letting go. This healing energy is flowing up into your face, relaxing your jaw and mouth. Let your tongue relax and your cheeks. Relax your nose and ears. Deeply relax your eyes and eyebrows. Feel your forehead relaxing. And let your mind relax. Very gently, bring your attention to the area of your heart. Rest on the heart. Feel your heart area is softening. Let's rest on the source of light, lightness, source of love and presence that's already there, present in our heart. Feel it's inviting you deep within. Let's stay with this thought. That's all. Please keep your eyes closed. Observe how you're feeling. Now make the thought that every particle of your being is deeply absorbing this meditative state. You're becoming one with it. Feel the sense of unity. And let this unity expand. Feel this unity expand to encompass the entire earth. And whenever you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. Okay. So I'd be happy to take any questions if there are any, or if you'd like to make any comments in the chat. I'd appreciate that. Just looking down at my screen now to see who's been responding. Erica from Mexico, hi. Arunachalam, welcome. Ravi, Vanita, hi. Meena, Rakesh, thank you. Okay. Vijayanti, I may not have pronounced that one right, but thank you. Thank you for saying hello. Latithia, well, thank you. Thank you. So, it's very, very often, after meditation, we really don't have any questions. So, I think we could just enjoy the meditative state and be thankful for being able to tap into the wondrous self that is us, that is who we really are. And how important it is we take the time to do this every day. Somebody did ask a question: is it necessary to actually feel the heart? No, you don't have to feel the organ of the heart. We're creating a feeling in the heart with this thought that the source of our light is always there with us, and we're resting on that source. So we're resting there. Okay, someone said a question regarding cleaning. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to take up cleaning today, but I'll take that up next week and we'll talk about that. Oh, hello from Sweden. Hey, hi. Great. Okay. Alka. Hi, Alka. Ryan. Hey, from Canada. Fantastic. Philomena. Wonderful. Listen, thank you all. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your day to spend here on this hour or less than an hour session and with me and being all together. And I really look forward to next week and being with you all again. I'll take up another topic. So I want to wish you all the best. And remember, stay with the heart. Love to all.